All right, welcome everybody. We're going to go ahead and start it. It's currently 5:30, so we're going to go ahead and call this meeting to order. We're going to do 1.2 presentation of colors. The presentation of colors will be held by San Gregorio High School, California Cadet Corps, led by Major Christopher Knudsen, 308th Battalion.
Present colors.
All right, at this time, I would like to go ahead and call Ms. Nova up to the front to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Very colors. Right turn. March. Forward. March. Left. 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 Right. Right. Left. Left.
Thank you. Let's go ahead and give them a round of applause. And Ms. Nova, you did amazing. Thank you so much. All right, moving on to 1.4, approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Mr. Tillman, second by Mrs. Alexander. Vote, please. Ms. Akinyemi?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Hernandez Garcia?
Aye.
Thank you.
Aye.
Oops, sorry. Thank you. Motion carries. 2.0 special presentations and recognitions. I will now pass the microphone over to Ms. Maria Garcia for the next few items.
Thank you, President Ceballos. Good evening. My name is Maria Garcia, and I have the pleasure of serving as Communications Manager. Tonight, we have several recognitions, and I would like to start by kindly asking that our board members and Superintendent Arellano please take the front row so you can enjoy this beautiful cultural presentation. November is Native American Heritage Month, and tonight the Board of Education proudly celebrates the rich heritage, customs, and achievements of the Native American community. To help us mark this special month, please welcome Maquio Olin Ocelot, a group devoted to preserving and honoring the sacred cultural heritage of the Mexica people. Their vibrant dances are more than movement and rhythm. They are living prayers that connect past, present, and future, embodying the spiritual essence of their ancestors. I now welcome the Makil Olin Osalot.
Good evening. Well, first of all, let's get a round of applause. Right? Let's start there. I'm Dr. Enrique Murillo, a longtime professor at Cal State San Bernardino. We appreciate your invitation. As we are in Native American Heritage Month, it's very important for us to acknowledge the indigenous peoples of the land. And identities are often misunderstood to be mutually exclusive. For example, some of the terms we may use for some members of our group may be Chicano, Latino, Hispanic. By far, though, at root, we're Native, we're indigenous, we're the indigenous peoples. And like always, we begin by recognizing and respecting the local indigenous peoples of Southern California, where we are based at, the Serrano, Cahuilla, Cupeño, Tungva, Tataviam, Chumash, Kumeyaay, and others from Southern California, who are the traditional stewards of the lands. But primarily, we acknowledge that San Bernardino sits on unceded indigenous ancestral homelands. Something we do before we dance, it's a tradition in our indigenous ancestors. We are taught that we ask permission as we begin to pray and dance in this way. For us, this is not a performance, it's a presentation. But as was mentioned in the introduction, it's a form of prayer, you could say. It's connecting with nature, connecting with the cosmos. There's a whole philosophical and there's a whole deep meaning. It's not just the dance itself. So we're gonna ask, and this is optional, whoever wants to stand up, and we're gonna acknowledge the 4 directions. So if any of you, please feel free to stand up, and we're gonna call in the ancestors. Don't be afraid. There you go. Don't be afraid. All right. We're gonna start with the east, which is right over here. We're gonna say Axcan Totlapalolilis Intlahuiztlan Pachaneque. Saludamos a los guardianes del rumbo de la luz. We honor the guardians of the direction of light. Otitimatelia in Copali, in Atecocoli, Trapitzali, Iwanwewe, Sotzonali. We offer you smoke of copal, the trump sound of a conch shell, and the honorable drumbeat. And now we make a 180. Axcan Totlapalolilis in Sehuitlampa Chaneque. Saludamos a los guardianes del rumbo de las mujeres, the guardians of the direction of women. Otitimatelia in Copali, and Tetocoli, Trapitzali, Iwanwewe, Sotzonali. We offer you the smoke of copal, the trumpet sound of a conch shell, and the honorable drumbeat. Okay, then now to the south, behind me. Axcan Totlapalolilis Huiztlan Pachaneque. Saludamos a los guardianes del rumbo de las espinas luminosas, the guardians of the direction of the shining spines. Otetematelia in Copali, and Tetocoli, Trapitzali, Uenwewe, Sotzonali. We offer you smoke of copal, the trumpet sound of a conch shell, and the honorable drumbeat. Okay, then we do a 180 towards the north. Axcan Totlapalolilis in Mitlapa Chaneque. Saludamos a los guardianes del rumbo de la muerte. We honor the guardians of the direction of rest and death. Otimatilile in Copali, in Atecocoli, Trapitzali, Iwanwewe, Sotzonali. we offer you smoke a copal, the trumpet sound of a conch shell, and the honorable drum beat. Now we'll return to the center, which is the fifth point, Father Sky. Iwitlampa Tonatiuh Omeyocan. We honor and thank everything celestial. Otenitimatelia and Kopali and Tetokoli Trapitzali Iwanwewe Sonali. We offer you smoke a copal, the trumpet sound of a conch shell, and the honorable drum beat. And finally, we look down towards Mother Earth. Tonancintlali, Coatlicue, Divina Madre Tierra, Divine Mother, we honor and thank you for the food, the shelter, the sustenance that you provide us. Otilimatelia and Kopali and Tatecocoli Trapitzali, Iwanwewe Sonali, we offer you smoke a copal, the trumpet sound of a conch shell, and the honorable drum beat. Thank you. That's all the time we were allotted. So we presented to you Tezcatlipoca and Xochipilli. Just one quick thing I want to say is we are Macuilo Lino Celot. We are, it's not a for-profit, it's not a business. We are all community members. In fact, a couple things. We're affiliated with the university, so the LEAD project, one of the projects that you all sponsored our summit every year. But something worth noting, that our dancers feature a strong and dedicated core of teachers, staff, librarians, and employees from local school districts. So not just San Bernardino City Schools, but we have a deep personal commitment to preserving our cultural heritage that extends beyond the reach of the classroom and connect with the broader community. So raise your hand if you're a teacher, librarian, educator, either for San Bernardino City or one of the local school districts. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
I now invite our Board of Education and Superintendent to be included in a photo. Audience, please join me in thanking Makio Olin Ocelot for sharing your artistry, culture, and spirit with us this evening. We appreciate you helping SBCUSD mark Native American Heritage Month. Your performance reminds us that heritage lives not only in history books, but in the hearts and movements of those who keep it alive. Board and Superintendent, may I please ask you to come back for the remaining recognitions this evening? Yeah, we're continuing with our recognitions this evening. Oh, if you could please join me at the dais, please. Now it is time to turn our attention to our high-achieving students. The Board of Education is proud to recognize the award-winning San Gorgonio High School, California Cadet Corps for earning top honors in last year's California Cadet Corps 11th Brigade competition. These outstanding students exemplify discipline, leadership, and teamwork, values that represent the very best of San Bernardino City Unified. San G Principal Jorge de la Torre Would you please make your way to the front along with Major Christopher Knudsen? Jorge appears to not be here. Would Major Christopher Knudsen please join us? Students, when I call your name, please come forward. Earning individual major awards from San G High School are Alyssa Morales, first place, first year cadet category. A sophomore, Alyssa went on to earn second place in the California Cadet Corps state in the first year cadet category for the entire state of California. Let's give her a round of applause. We also have Ivan Quintero, first place, non-commissioned officer category. And we have Percy Secayon, first place officer category and first place overall winner. Percy is now at UCR and has enlisted in the California Army National Guard. Let's give him a round of applause. And now we will do a photo opportunity as we congratulate the San Gorgonio High School California Cadet Corps with another round of applause. Congratulations to Sanji High School. And now for our next recognition, the Board of Education is pleased to honor the Arroyo Valley High School Army JROTC for earning the Judges Award in the recent 2025 Discover America High School Aerial Drone Competition. This recognition highlights their innovation, precision, and collaboration as these students showcase the skills of the next generation of STEM leaders. First, I'm going to ask AVHS Vice Principal Candice Adamson and Army JROTC Advisor Major Rick Williams to please join us at the front. And now we're going to congratulate the students for representing Arroyo Valley High School and SBCUSD with pride. Students, when I call your name, please make your way forward. Coder and Co-Captain, Dominic Anweiler. Chief Pilot, Haley Ramirez. Communications Maintenance Specialist and Co-Captain, Brian Ramirez Almaraz. And Co-Pilot, Jose Villalobos. Audience, this group of students truly deserves a huge SBCUSD round of applause because this team of students beat out some of the best in Orange County and San Diego. Students, would you please display your certificates? Major Williams, please. Congratulations to these future leaders. Major Williams and Vice Principal Adamson, if you could just remain with us. We have another recognition. The Board of Education proudly recognizes the Arroyo Valley High School Army JROTC students for earning second and third place honors in the 2025 JROTC Raider Challenge Meet. Their success is a testament to perseverance, physical strength, and teamwork, all core qualities that define the JROTC spirit. We commend these students for their exceptional performance and for bringing distinction to their school and our district. First, let's invite Master Sergeant Jeffrey Hudson to join Major Williams, the board, and superintendent. Students, like the honorees before you, please join the board at the front when your name is called. Omar Agras. Brian Baker. Jasmine Castañeda. Xochitl Flores. Maya Forge. Diana Gutierrez. Brianne Hernandez. Henry Huerta. Andy Martinez Duran. Ana Paulina Ortiz. Christian Ponce. Melody Quintero. Haley Ramirez. Arnold Ramirez Morales. Leonardo Resendez. Patrick Rojas. Jose Villalobos. And Brianne Zuniga. At this time, we're going to do a group photo. All right, as we wind the photos down, let's give all of our California Cadet Corps and JROT students another round of applause. We want to thank the dedicated instructors and the advisors who guide these students every step of the way. We want to thank their families for supporting them. And students, your leadership is shaping confidence, discipline, and pride. To all our cadets and JROTC students, we're so proud of you. Keep leading with character and representing your schools and our district with honor. All right, now we are proud to recognize the Inland Empire Children's Book Project as the San Bernardino City Unified School District Outstanding Community Partner for November. This remarkable organization has helped ignite a lifelong love of reading by placing thousands of free books into the hands of children across our school district. Their belief is simple yet powerful. Every child deserves to have books of their own at home. Since its founding, the Inland Empire Children's Book Project has worked hand in hand with our schools, teachers, and community volunteers to make literacy accessible for all students. By removing barriers and building bridges through books, they have strengthened our classrooms, enriched our families, and supported the district's vision of equity and excellence for every child. At this time, I would like to invite Bernice Lowenstein, Chair of the Inland Empire Children's Book Project, to please come forward and share a few words. Let's welcome her with a big round of applause.
Thank you, Maria. Good evening. On behalf of the Inland Empire Children's Book Project, I want to thank Board Chair Myra Ceballos, Vice Chair Mary Ellen Abeles Grande, and the members of the Board of Education. Thank you as well, Superintendent Mauricio Arellano and the entire SBC USD cabinet, administrators, teachers, and staff. Your partnership makes it possible for us to put books directly into the hands of children across the district. Tonight, we see this recognition of our unique 10-year partnership with the district stakeholders, beginning with the superintendents that adopted us, the facilities management that housed us initially at Jones Elementary, then Lincoln Elementary, and now at Curtis Middle School, the principals and the staff who always provide assistance when needed. We also appreciate the warehouse personnel who temporarily store pallets of books for us. Also, thank you to Barbara Pastuszek-Cox for allowing donations of books to be collected at the union office. In the classroom, the teachers do the heroic daily work of building literacy skills and nurturing young readers. A home filled with books strengthens language and cognitive development, deepens parent-child connections, builds imagination and empathy, and helps children fall in love with learning. A single book can spark confidence, curiosity, and a lifelong commitment to reading. This year alone, we will visit 34 elementary schools on a Wednesday, where every student will get to select a book at their reading level and interest. We are fortunate to have 3 amazing district retired teachers with over 90 years of classroom experience from kindergarten through 6th grade select appropriate grade level books for the students. The Inland Empire Children's Book Project is entirely volunteer powered, and this is what drives us, ensuring each child has access to books they can treasure and call their own. We are profoundly grateful for the district's support, collaboration, and belief in this work, and are deeply honored by your recognition tonight. Thank you for all that you do for the student and their families of San Bernardino. Thank you.
Bernice and the book project, please join us at the front for photos.
Beautiful. Good to see you too.
Thank you once again to the Inland Empire Children's Book Project for your continued partnership and dedication to nurturing a love of reading in every child. Congratulations once again on being our outstanding community partner for the month of November. Okay, we're just settling into our recognitions. We have a lot to celebrate. This evening, the board is also proud to recognize the students, parents, grandparents, guardians, volunteers, and staff from Arrowhead Elementary School, Wilson Elementary School, Chavez Middle School, and Middle College High School. Students are being honored for their hard work and academic success. Parents, grandparents, guardians, and volunteers are being recognized for their meaningful involvement and positive impact on students' lives. Our employees, both certificated and classified, are being celebrated for their dedication and commitment to supporting our schools and ensuring every student's success. All of tonight's honorees will receive a certificate of appreciation from our Board of Education. Student and parent award winners will receive free tickets for their family to attend the San Bernardino Symphony. Yeah, someone's leaning on the light switch. Thank you. And our student honorees will also receive a district bumper sticker and yard sign. Audience, these presentations will take about 20 minutes total, and we kindly ask that you please return to your seats after receiving your award as a courtesy to your fellow honorees. With that in mind, when your name is called, would you and your immediate family please come forward to accept your award by walking down the ramp? I'm going to point to the location. You will be greeted by Superintendent Mauricio Arellano, the Board of Education, and your principal. We're starting with Arrowhead Elementary School. And at this time, I'd like to invite Principal Dr. Felicia Noel to please join us at the front. All right, audience, we're going to set the bar high with a big round of applause for our first outstanding student, Adrian Acosta. Adrian is a fifth grader in Dr. Taylor Joan Glasgow's class. Adrian is working confidently at grade level and continues to make steady academic progress. He approaches learning with a commitment to excellence and demonstrates good citizenship by modeling respectful behavior throughout campus. All of this makes him a great role model. And like Arrowhead's Eagle mascot, Adrian is soaring to new heights every single day. Let's give Adrian a big round of applause. Let's keep that energy going for Kenzie Arrington, a first grader in Alejandra Castañeda Corona's class. Kenzie has made great academic growth this school year, showing increased effort, focus, and a great enthusiasm for learning. He participates actively in class Can we get the light on again? Kenzie participates actively in class discussions and puts forth his best effort in every assignment. His positive attitude has led to improved behavior and greater success in the classroom and around campus. He models good citizenship and continues to soar with pride. Congratulations to Kenzie Arrington. Congratulations. Our first Outstanding Parent Award winner is Alexis Sandoval. Alexis supports Arrowhead as a member of the school site council and by representing the school on the district advisory council, ensuring the Arrowhead community's voice is heard. Her positive spirit makes a lasting impact on students, staff, and families. Alexis's children, Eduardo and Savannah, and the rest of her family must be so proud of her. We're so grateful for parents like Alexis. Let's give her a round of applause. And now we're going to honor the outstanding staff who make Arrowhead soar. Attendance assistant Xochitl Ochoa provides exceptional support to students. Xochitl, come on down. She provides exceptional support to students, staff, and families. During her daily calls to clear absences, she demonstrates empathy, understanding, and genuine care for families. She goes above and beyond by helping with yearbook editing and serving as an integral member of the attendance review team. Thank you, Xochitl, for supporting a positive, welcoming school environment. Let's give her a round of applause. And now for our final Arrowhead Elementary honoree, first grade teacher Alejandra Castañeda Corona. Alejandra lives out the district's operating values every single day. She believes in the human potential of every student and every colleague. Her spirit of collaboration brings people together to reach shared goals. She demonstrates professionalism and equity through compassion and fairness, and resilience and innovation through creative solutions that challenge students. Alejandra truly shines. Let's give her a round of applause. And thank you, audience, for honoring the students, volunteers, and staff from Arrowhead Elementary School. And thank you, honorees, for returning to your seats. Now let's keep that energy going by giving a big round of applause as we welcome Wilson Elementary School and Principal Robert Madrigal. Please help me welcome third grader Emmanuel Reyes and his family. Emmanuel consistently demonstrates a positive attitude, strong work ethic, and kindness toward his classmates. He has a curiosity for learning, always striving to do his best in every subject. He also gladly helps and supports fellow classmates. He is a wonderful example for his peers to follow. Congratulations to Emmanuel for always striving to learn more. Congratulations, Emmanuel. Now let's hear it for Savannah Singleton. Savannah is a fourth grader in Maria Wellborn's class. She demonstrates exceptional reading proficiency with fluency and comprehension skills well beyond fourth grade expectations. In math, Savannah excels with advanced reasoning and problem solving. Savannah exemplifies the qualities of a dedicated and compassionate learner. She and her parents must be so very proud. Let's give her a round of applause. And Savannah Singleton. Ana Gonzalez is a Wilson Wildcat, and she is our outstanding parent. Ana actively serves on the school site council, offering valuable insight and support in shaping school goals. In addition, she regularly volunteers at school events, always willing to help and build positive connections with students. We truly appreciate Anna's commitment to making Wilson a better place for everyone. Thank you, Anna. And now our next honoree is Custodian 1 Romelia Mariscal. Romelia's exceptional attention to detail and pride in her work ensure that Wilson remains a clean, safe, and welcoming environment for students, staff, and families. Her reliability and dedication go beyond routine tasks. She consistently anticipates needs, supports school events, and responds quickly to emergencies. Her positive attitude shines through and truly makes Wilson Elementary a school that sparkles. Congratulations to Romelia Mariscal. Our final Wilson honoree is teacher Al Mesones. Al exemplifies the district's operating values by fostering an inclusive classroom where every student's potential is nurtured through equitable learning opportunities and a strong sense of belonging. Al's innovative teaching practices and pride in his work inspire students to thrive and reflect the very best of our district's values. Thank you, Al, for making sure that Wilson shines every day. Congratulations to all of our Wilson Wildcats. Okay, now it's my pleasure to welcome the Cesar Chavez Middle School Rattlers and Principal Zachary Peters. Please help me welcome Team UC San Diego 8th grader Micah Lyons and his family. Micah is a shining example of what it means to be an outstanding scholar at Chavez Middle School. He maintains a 4.0 GPA, excels as an athlete, serves as an international baccalaureate ambassador, and is a student body leader. Micah truly embodies SBCUSD pride and represents the spirit of Rattler Nation. Fangs out. Congratulations to Micah Lyons. Now, please put your hands together as we welcome Team UC Riverside 7th grader Joseph Tovar Medina. Joseph is an all-around outstanding student who models what it means to be a Cesar Chavez Rattler. As a native Spanish speaker, Joseph is working hard toward full English proficiency while also keeping up with his other subjects. He is caring, knowledgeable, and willing to take risks by doing his best in all of his classes. Congratulations, Joseph. You truly deserve this award. Let's hear it for Joseph Tovar Medina. Now it's time for Chavez outstanding parent Daisy Morales to make her way down. Daisy is an incredibly involved parent who brings positivity and joy to every event that she attends. She serves on both the school site council and the superintendent's parent advisory council, where her energy, insight, and enthusiasm shine bright. Daisy truly embodies a spirit of family partnership that makes the Rattler Nation shine. Thank you, Daisy, for everything you do for Chavez. Congratulations, Daisy, on your Outstanding Parent Award. Now, please welcome Secretary 3, Rebecca Becky Matthews. Becky exemplifies dedication, excellence, and heart. As the operational heartbeat of Chavez, she ensures every aspect of the campus runs smoothly. For 20 years, she has been the go-to for staff, students, and families, offering support, solving problems, and creating a welcoming and very organized environment that reflects the pride of Rattler Nation. Becky leads by example, helping our entire community shine brighter. Congratulations to Becky Matthews. Audience, please help me welcome Science and Design teacher Sabrina Campbell. Sabrina embodies the district operating values of human potential, innovation, and pride in everything she does. She believes in every student's ability to achieve and creates engaging, hands-on learning experiences that unlock curiosity and confidence. Her innovative approach in science and design encourages creativity, teamwork, and problem solving, inspiring excellence across the Rattler Nation. Let's give Sabrina another round of applause. Let's give another round of applause to all of our honorees from Chavez Middle School. And now our final Outstanding Achievement Award honorees come from Middle College High School. Before we move forward, would Student Board Member Brisa Hernandez Garcia please stand with your family? And now Principal James Espinoza, please come forward. Now let's please officially welcome high school senior Brisa Hernandez Garcia. Brisa is a distinguished scholar with a 4.78 GPA. She is on track to earn not one, not two, but 3 associate's degrees from Valley College. She plans to attend Stanford University as a pre-law major, aspiring to one day serve as California governor. Serving as a student board member, Brisa amplifies student voice district-wide while being mentored by the board, cabinet, and superintendent. And for this, Brisa is truly grateful. Let's give her a big round of applause. Congratulations to our student board member. Okay, now please put your hands together for Ethan Zarate. Ethan has earned a 4.7 GPA and is on track to earn multiple associate's degrees from Valley College. He plans to attend UCLA as a biological sciences major with an emphasis in pre-med, aspiring to become a surgeon. He founded Middle College's first student orchestra and earned first chair for the County Honor Orchestra on double bass. As a class of 2026 president, Ethan leads with compassion and purpose. He has certainly earned another round of applause. Okay, don't go anywhere. Will the Zarate family please remain standing, although we are going to need you to switch places. Because now it is time for Ethan's mother, Ashley Zarate, to take center stage as Middle College High School's Outstanding Parent Award winner. Let's hear it for Ashley Zarate. Among Ashley's many accomplishments are founding Middle College's first parent-teacher organization, PTO, advocating for the creation of beautiful school murals, and serving as a parent leader for the WASC accreditation team. Ashley's heart for service is always backed by meaningful action that benefits students and families. Thank you, Ashley, for your commitment to Middle College High School. Let's give her another round of applause. Audience, now please help me welcome Secretary 3, Stephanie Ramirez. Stephanie leads with purpose, advancing the school and district vision every day. As the heart of the office, she connects the principal, staff, and community with grace and efficiency. Whether she's welcoming district staff, teams of educators from across the state, or parent and community leaders, Stephanie hears everyone, sees everyone, values everyone, loves everyone, and shines always. Congratulations, Stephanie. Let's give her another round of applause. And now it's time to announce our final Outstanding Achievement Award honoree for this evening, and that is Digital Media Arts Pathway CTE teacher and department chair Richard Rick Wilshire. Under Rick's visionary guidance, every middle college student now graduates with a minimum of 61 college credits and industry certifications in Adobe. In 2025, 72% earned one or more associate's degrees. Working together with partners like KVCR, Rick and his colleagues continue to empower students with real world experience and future-ready skills. Thank you, Rick. Let's give him another round of applause. And that concludes our recognitions for tonight. Thank you, members of the board, superintendent, and cabinet. Would you kindly return to your seats on the dais? And thank you to our gracious audience for showing your support of your fellow honorees. We send a special thank you to 5th District San Bernardino County Supervisor Joe Baca Jr. and the San Bernardino Symphony Orchestra for supporting this evening's honorees. Student honorees, please remember to pick up your yard sign from our team member at the door before you leave the community room. This concludes this evening's special presentations. At this time, I'll turn the floor over to Board President Myra Ceballos. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Garcia. Let's give them a round of applause once again. Great job. Amazing. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to 2.6, Resolution in Recognition of National Special Education Day. And I will go ahead and ask Mr. Jones if he will read that for us, please.
Whereas on December 2nd, 1972, Congress introduced legislation that would eventually become the Education for All Handicapped Children Act, and in 1990 would be renamed the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. And whereas December 2nd is annually recognized as National Special Education Day in honor of this important piece of educational legislation, and whereas the Department of Education reported that more than 850,000 individuals ages newborn through 22 years were provided with special education services in the state of California in the 2023 and 2024 school year alone, and whereas the district special education department provides a range of educational and social services to students between birth and age 21 in an environment that allows them to be educated effectively regardless of their need. Therefore, be it resolved, the Board of Education of San Bernardino City Unified School District recognizes December 2nd, 2025 as National Special Education Day and encourages all district schools to take the time to educate all staff members on the importance of providing quality education to all students.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Tillman, second by Mrs. Alexander. Vote please. Dr. Wyatt?
Aye.
Ms. Akinyemi?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Ms. Hernandez Garcia?
Aye.
Thank you. Did it pass?
Passed, yeah.
Awesome. Motion passed. 3.0 public comments, 3.1 received public comments. This is the only time the public will have an opportunity to address the board on items not on the agenda and within their subject matter jurisdiction, such as district policies, procedures, programs, services, or fiscal matters. The board must operate under Brown Act open meeting regulations, which prevents boards from commenting on items not on the agenda to ensure transparency and public participation in government decision-making. The reason is simple. The board wants to make sure that anyone who has an opinion on an item knows via our posted agenda when we will be discussing it as a board. During public comments, the board can ask clarifying questions, but cannot discuss, answer questions, or ask questions on a topic that is not agendized. We're certainly happy that you're here and let us know your concerns. Please know that we are listening to your voices and your input is valued. If a follow-up is required on your comment, a staff member will reach out to you. Please make sure your email or phone number is provided on your comment form so that they may contact you. Public comments are limited to 5 minutes per person. 6 or more people who wish to speak on one topic will be provided no more than 30 minutes total. Speakers are cautioned that under California law, no person is immune from liability for making intentionally false or defamatory comments regarding any person simply because these comments are made at a public meeting. So up first, we have Mr. Roderick Edward Robinson. Hi.
Hit the button at the base. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I came here to speak on a certain topic. Then I seen all these faces I've never seen before. I said, man, I've been working with the district that long. I only recognize maybe 2 faces up there. But anyway, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Rodney Robinson. And I've been working with the youth in San Bernardino at least 20 years. And the base of our program is the district is behind us. So I wanted to start off by saying I appreciate the board for allowing our program to be able to use, we do football and basketball. And we help a lot of the students out of the city, you know, attain scholarships to college. And we start them at a young age. So if we didn't do what we do when they like 5, 6 years old, then, you know, we just trying to keep something rolling. That's been going, like you guys recognize the Jaden Daniels. My son, Rodney Robinson, just graduated from Boise State. So we just trying to continue the grind and keep it going. But I was running up against a couple of things as far as like facility use. Now, it's not a problem. Like, they've done a great job by keeping us in the gym, but we're a self-funded program. So when we bring these kids up, when they get in high school, we take these kids out to play in Nike tournaments. It's very expensive. We fly them out of state. It could easily be $6,000 to $10,000. And our program is totally self-sustainable. But I just been running into a problem with as far as like really just one facility as far as like Indian Springs. I'm not here to cause a problem. I'm more like, hey, can we sit down with the AD and figure this out? Just trying to see if we can improvise. I only need that gym for tournaments once a month, out of 30-something days. You know what I mean? So that's basically what I'm here for, trying to figure something out because it's hard to communicate. You put in the request through Facilitron, and then it gets denied. But then recently I saw another program, and it was an AAU program. They got the date, and I booked mine out 4 months ago. So I'm just not trying to cause a problem, but I know once we sit down, and also a lot of our staff work in all the schools now. That's what we're doing. We're taking over all the schools. So I'm coaching at Cajon. This is my first year coaching basketball at Cajon. And I got coaches at San Bernardino High and Pacific. So not only our travel ball program, but we're planting ourselves in all the schools. So as far as the schedule, I'm figuring out the schedule on my own pretty much. But like you said, if the gym is open, then you got somebody that can go over top of that and deny the request. So I just had to, and the tournaments are great for our city. Our kids can't even really afford to play AAU. In other cities, it costs $300 a month. And like I said, we fund it. So that's the kick. We helping the underprivileged here. So I need these events to go on at least, it's just one day. It's only one day I'm having a problem with. But like I said, another program was granted that same day that I tried to get. So I was like, let's get some clarity and try to get it figured out. So I figured come here today.
Thank you. And I believe we have your information. So maybe we can have somebody reach out to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. That was the only public comment. So we're going to go ahead and move on to 4.0 public hearing. 4.1 public hearing regarding the charter renewal petition for SOAR charter. And on October 1st, 2025, Mrs. Tricia Lancaster, lead petitioner for SOAR Charter Academy, submitted a charter renewal petition to the Charter School Operations Department. A public hearing will be held to consider the level of support for the charter petition. It is appropriate at this time to conduct a public hearing. I will now open the public hearing. Ms. Hopwood, would you, there you are. Go ahead and please.
Oh, good evening. Good evening, President Ceballos, Vice President Aviles Grande, board members, Superintendent Ariano, and Cabinet. My name is Ernestine Hopwood. I'm your Oversight Director for Charter Schools, and with me is Suki Alawalia. I just learned I'd been pronouncing her name without the ia at the end tonight, so I'm correcting that. I'm righting my wrongs here as we speak. And Suki's our attorney and has been with us for a number of years. Tonight we do have SOAR Charter Academy, who is one of 12 charters. This year we do have 2 charters that are renewing their petition. And so tonight you will not vote. This will be a presentation that's done by SOAR to show the amount of support and to give you just an idea of, how the last, not 5 years, but 8 years have gone since we had 3 years of a freeze on renewals with COVID. So they have not been before the board for 8 years, and I look forward to them presenting as much information as they can within the time allotted. So without further ado, I will turn it over to Tricia Lancaster, who's the leader of the renewal petition. And so I'll have Suki say a few words, as she hasn't been here for a minute either.
Good evening, everyone. As Ms. Hopwood indicated to you, you're going to be conducting a public hearing on SOAR. The decision will be made by the board at a meeting in January, and prior to that meeting, the staff will be submitting a recommendation that includes all of the findings, including educational, fiscal, operational, et cetera. SOAR has been a longstanding charter in this community. They have a lot of public support, a lot of support from the board as well. So I don't expect this process to be something that we're going to come back to you and recommend that significant changes be made to their petition. However, as Ms. Hopwood said, it's been 8 years. Lots of things have changed. So we'll be reviewing the petition, some of the operational aspects of it, and then making recommendations as appropriate so that when we come back to you with the staff report, there will be no outstanding questions. Of course, if the board has any questions of me tonight, I'm prepared to respond to the same. And if between now and the time that the staff recommendation is posted, if you have any, if you could direct those to Ms. Hopwood or to Ms. Applegate, and I'd be happy to respond to those as well. Thank you.
Thank you. At this time, if Ms. Lancaster and any public speakers, can make their way maybe closer to the front. Thank you so much. And I'll turn it over to you.
All right. Good evening, everybody. It's been a minute since I've been in front of you. My name is Tricia Lancaster. I'm the executive director and one of 5 co-founders of SOAR Charter Academy. We opened our doors in 2008 with 150 kindergarten through 3rd graders and 8 staff members. And I am standing before you right now representing 435 TK through 8th graders and 68 staff members. So it definitely has been a minute, and we are really blessed to be in San Bernardino and being in front of you. SOAR's focus has been on the whole child, on leadership, on character education, and community service. And some of the things that I am extremely proud of is first our SOAR staff. We are a family and we do this hard work together, and it is hard work. Over the last 7 years, we have been recognized by the Inland News Group as a top workplace, and that is by a survey that is done of our staff. So we cherish that because we know where it comes from. Second, we became a Leader in Me school back in 2016, and Leader in Me is based on the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. And in 2019, we were awarded Lighthouse status, which is a model Leader in Me school. And every 2 years, we have to go through recertification, which is very similar to the WASP accreditation process, where they look at our academics, our culture, and the leadership on our campus. Another thing I'm extremely proud of is the service that we provide in our community. In the 17 years that we have been in operation, our students and our grade levels have performed over 5,600 community service projects in our community and the surrounding areas. And the impact we've had on our society is actually significant. We are raising SOAR leaders to be world leaders tomorrow, and that starts by giving back in our community. I'm also extremely proud of our alumni. Every year when a new graduating class is in front of us, we invite our 8th grade promoting class back to celebrate with the founders and teachers, and around 30 to 40% of our students return. And it's a celebration. We get to learn where they've been, where they're graduating from, and find out what their future plans are, so we have an idea of some of the impact that we have when our students leave us. And lastly, something that has not happened in 17 years, we are being recognized by a TV show called The Balancing Act, which is hosted by Montel Williams. And they did their filming, and we're going to have it airing on December 12th and 13th. So it's about our story and the impact in our area. And the episode is called Be the Change, Impacting Your Community. And they found us. So that was really significant to us to have somebody from Florida recognize what's going on in San Bernardino. Now, I am extremely proud to know that I am not going to stand up here for the 30 minutes. There are 6 people behind me, and they represent our educational partners. So I'm going to turn it over to Toby. And I didn't put a slide up.
I got it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Next slide, please. There we go. Hello, my name is Toby Walker, and I serve as the Data and Assessment Coordinator at SOAR. Previously, I was the math teacher there in middle school for 11 years, 12 years. And like Ms. Lancaster said, having students come back is one of the best feelings. Having a 9th grader come back and tell me, hey, I flipped through the math book and I knew everything already. So that's super cool. And that brings me to this slide. We've always had this gut feeling at SOAR that what we're doing works, but it takes time. It takes time. Students who come up on our doorstep, they come from all over the city. They come from 52 different schools in the city, right? And they come to our doorstep and we say, yes, we want to help you. We want to make you the best version of yourself that we can, but it takes time, right? And so some things that I want to highlight with my time here, being the numbers guy, so I'm going to talk math at you for a while. The graph on the screen illustrates the difference and relationship between how long students have been at SOAR. So on their first day, they're in their 0th year, right? They haven't completed a year yet, versus like a 7th grader finished their 8th year with us if they did kindergarten through 7th grade, right? And the graph clearly shows that the longer students stay with us, the better they do, right? Like that's the number one key takeaway. I want to look at some specifics though, right? Look at the green line, please. The green line represents attendance, right? That is like the plague to every school everywhere in America is how do we get kids to come to school? Well, our data show that it's length of time they've been there, right? They care about the programs, they care about the school, they care about the people, they show up. The longer they stay with us, the better their attendance. Numerically, it's like 65% of students on their first day, that 0th year, that cohort, 65% of them meet our success criteria for attendance. But it's like 100% of the students that have spent 8 years with us meet the success criteria, right? That's a lot of ADA, that's a lot of funding, that's a lot of learning going on in the classrooms. All right, let's consider the blue line, the important one, academics. A student in their 0th year at SOAR, right, their first year at SOAR, has a 35% chance to meet our standards academically because they come from everywhere, right? SOAR is a rigorous statement. Students with outstanding academic results is literally in our name. And so, yeah, school's hard. So they're a lot less likely to be successful versus students who have completed their 8th year with us. It's like 74%, more than double, right? It takes time. It takes time. And so I just want to close out with, as the title suggests, students who stay at SOAR learn to fly. But now we have the data to prove it. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Tamika Thomas, and I am the Community Schools Coordinator at SOAR. Before I was the Community Schools Coordinator, I was the Discipline Counselor, the very first, and I wanted to highlight some of the partnerships that we have at SOAR. As Community Schools Coordinator, our goal is to connect our students and our community to the community. So the amazing part of my job is everything that we do at SOAR is not only for our students and our family, but it's also for our community. So anyone that has any need is able to come to SOAR and receive the needs that they may need. As you can see in this beautiful collage of things, we have partnered with many organizations, including Hazel Health. This is one of my favorite because our students are able to get medical and mental health services on our campus, as well as Hop, Skip, and Drive. We spent a lot of money to make sure that our kids got like Uber services to be able to be at school. We also had St. John's Community Health, Care Solace, and the list goes on and on. What I really love about our school is we have a community closet that many of our parents that are in the audience, they donate their new or used clothes. So if a student has, since we have the little ones all the way to 8th grade, if they have an accident, if their pants rip, if anything happens, they can come to our clothes closet and get clothes. This keeps students in the classroom. This keeps them at school instead of having to be sent home. In addition to that, anyone from our community can also come to our clothes closet and get clothes. It has been amazing for people to say, I saw this in a Facebook group. I saw this on on a poster somewhere, and they're able to come into our school. So what we're doing at SOAR is not only for our amazing students and families, but it's for the surrounding community. I'm going to stay up here and support one of our amazing students that wants to share how SOAR has benefited her.
Hi, I'm an 8th grader at SOAR Charter Academy. When I first came, I was super shy, and like I didn't really know myself. So then, like the teachers are very helpful, and when I grow, like I could put my pride aside and tell the teachers that I need something, or like I need their help or something like that. And like the teachers are very helpful there, like the students, and I just love it. And the academics, my grades are good. And yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. See some familiar faces up here. Some of my fellow mom mobbers are up there. So my name is Matthew Montana, and I'm here to represent the parents of SOAR children and to speak a little bit about the impact that SOAR Charter Academy has had, not just on my children, but on my family. So I have 2 children who attend SOAR, an 8th grader and a 3rd grader. And they've both attended SOAR since the beginning of their academic careers. Very proud to say that we would not want to be anywhere else. And we chose to enroll our kids at SOAR because of many factors. The main factor is SOAR is just much more than a school to us. SOAR is a culture. As Ms. Lancaster said, SOAR emphasizes the 7 habits of highly effective people, also known as the Leader in Me program. So SOAR empowers students to be leaders from very early on. Obviously, this includes my children. They're encouraged to take responsibility and be accountable for their actions and attitudes. They're taught to have a plan and to set goals. They are taught to prioritize and be disciplined and organized. They consider the needs of others and look for ways for everyone to win. They seek first to understand, then be understood. They value other people's strengths and learn from them. And they understand that a balanced life is a healthy life. So each of these habits is being instilled not just in my own children, but in every student at SOAR. And I see it because I volunteer for SOAR at many different events, and I see it every time I deal with these children. So it's amazing to see. Like I said, an example of this is I got to see my son, who doesn't like to really speak in public, but he did go in front of the class, in front of the school, and led an assembly one time. So that was really cool to see. And all kids lead all the assemblies. They do all the different announcements. They do all the different speaking. So it's really awesome to see them do that and be leaders up there. As I said, SOAR is more than just a school. SOAR is a community. Each student takes part in community service projects to address needs in their own neighborhoods. And parents are also very involved in those activities at SOAR. So all of these different activities have helped bring me and my kids closer together, and also with their friends and with their teachers and all the different support staff. I experienced this again personally by chaperoning a few field trips up to the mountains for a couple nights, to the beach for like a science camp. And it's amazing to get to spend time with these kids, with my kids and these other kids, other parents and the teachers, and it brings us all really closer together. Again, SOAR is just much more than a school to me, and to us, SOAR is a mindset. School is a place for learning, obviously, but SOAR takes a holistic approach to learning that is much more than academics. As Toby kind of showed, this, academics is important, but there's a lot of other things that go along with it. SOAR doesn't just teach you what to think, they teach you how and encourage you to discover your own personal gifts. My kids are completely different from each other. They're complete opposites. One loves to play sports, and he's found a home at SOAR, playing basketball and flag football, which they just won the championship recently, so cool for that. I get to see him, play with his friends and hang out with his friends there, and they're all supported by the staff. A lot of people attend those games, and it's awesome to see everybody there supporting, like we see the support here today. My other kid's more of an artist, and SOAR has programs to nurture that in him as well. SOAR is more than a school. It's a family of students, parents, teachers, and support staff, all dedicated to creating this special environment where students are empowered to become the world leaders of tomorrow. SOAR Academy is much more than a school, and I can honestly say that I would not want my kids to be anywhere else. Thank you.
Good evening, President Mayra Ceballos, members of the board, and Superintendent Mauricio Arellano. My name is Ileana Kiriakos, and I serve on the board for SOAR. I'm here tonight because I believe strongly in the renewal of this school. As a board member, I see firsthand the work, the intention, and the integrity behind what happens on this campus every day. Strong leadership is a foundation of a strong school, and at SOAR, that foundation is unmistakable. When leadership is clear, stable, and aligned with student needs, everything else grows from there. Culture strengthens, student outcomes improve, and families feel connected and supported. SOAR's mission is to empower students to find their voice as confident and critical thinkers. The school focuses on the whole child and on developing leaders who understand their unique gifts. That mission is not just posted on the wall. It is lived in classrooms, in the interactions between staff and students, and in the programs that support both academic and personal growth. The Leader in Me framework is woven into daily practices, and the house system creates pride, belonging, and shared responsibility across the schools. None of this is possible without the team who leads SOAR. I want to recognize our directors and co-founders, Trisha Lancaster, Kristen Haddon, Tammy Martinez, and Renee Nunes. This team brings stability, transparency, and a deep understanding of the needs of the San Bernardino community. They collaborate well, they hold high expectations for themselves and their staff, and they lead with a clear sense of purpose. Their work and consistency have helped SOAR earn recognition as a lighthouse school. That recognition speaks to strong academics, strong culture, and a school-wide commitment to leadership development. As a board member, I look for one guiding indicator of a healthy school. Are we creating an environment where every student feels known, supported, and capable of real growth? At SOAR, the answer is yes. Families feel supported, students feel seen, the program aligns with the mission, the culture reflects a commitment to grow, belonging, and leadership. These outcomes are intentional, and they reflect the dedication of the administrative team and the staff who supports them. I respectfully ask you to view this petition through the full picture of what SOAR brings to this community. As someone who grew up in San Bernardino and walked through San Bernardino City Unified Schools from kinder through 12th grade, I see clearly how SOAR's mission, leadership, and culture are making a meaningful impact on the students and families who call this city home. Thank you so much for your time and your commitment to the community.
Good evening. My name is Mateo Cisneros, and I stand as a very proud alumni and former employee of SOAR Charter Academy. I was with SOAR on opening day 17 years ago in Mrs. Dryden's first grade class, and stayed all the way up through 8th grade, and was part of one of the first graduating classes of SOAR. I want to share one of the most important things that I continue to think about that SOAR has given me, that I learned at SOAR, is my communication skills. And that started with SOAR teaching me that I had a voice, and then teaching me how to use my voice to not only grow as a person and in my academic life, but also how to use my voice for good in our world, how to be a leader in our world. as I have grown up, I graduated from Colton High School and last year graduated from Cal State San Marcos with my bachelor's degree. I have since decided that I want to become a kindergarten teacher in our community. And so much of that came from the inspiring and dedicated teachers that I learned from at staff, many of them at SOAR. Many of them are here in the audience and are still teaching at SOAR. And it's amazing to see how dedicated they are. It's amazing to see how much SOAR has grown, even since I have been there. And it's amazing that it's still a place that I call one of my homes. I go and I step on campus and it feels like my home. I see all of the wonderful staff members and the directors, and they feel like home. So it's one of the most important things to me is communication. I have learned how to be a public speaker standing in front of you all. I've learned how to use my voice for good. And I have learned that I want to be part of educating the next generation of our students in our community. And that is because of what SOAR has done for me and has done for so many of my students, so many of our students in our community, and will continue to do for so many students in our community. So thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much to SOAR for giving me and helping me become who I am today. Thank you.
So you have about 9-10 minutes. I don't know if you had anybody else that wanted to come up and speak. Otherwise, we can move forward.
Hello, my name is Nathan Gonzalez and I'm a student of SOAR. And SOAR means to me as a home where I could learn with my family. I've been to SOAR for 8 years, my whole life, and they treated me with respect and care. They gave me understanding of what I love to do, and I want to appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything you've done for me. Every day I come to SOAR, they welcome me with loving hearts, and they love the students here. And you could tell by every day the students come with a smile on their face and happy to know that they're at a good school where they could learn and feel loved. SOAR has impacted my life by giving me a person to be, and it shows that I love what I love to do, and they just thank you guys. Thank you.
All right. All right, awesome. So we're going to go ahead and I wanted to ask Ms. Hopwood if you had anything else to add at this time. Okay, awesome. So I will go ahead and close the public hearing at this time. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming out. We appreciate you. Okay, so 5.0 closed session, 5.1 closed session, public comments. Do we have any?
No, we do not.
Okay, so at this time, we will adjourn to closed session. All right. All right, I think we're going to get started. Dr. Wyatt, are you on there? Otherwise, Mr. Santos here, so we have quorum anyway. Oh, he is there. Awesome. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move to a 5.2 closed session agenda. 6.0 action reported from closed session. That's where we're at. 6.1 approval of the elementary school principals. So do I have a motion for the approval of the elementary school principal?
So moved.
Good.
Thank you. Moved by Ms. Medina, second by your doctor. I'm professing it. Mr. Santos. A vote, please. Dr. Wyatt?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Be it resolved, the Board of Education approves the appointment of the following employee: Amy Copeland, elementary school principal, effective date, works year, and salary to be determined. And I'll go ahead and pass it on to Dr. Doizon.
Thank you. Good evening, Board President Ceballos, Vice President Abiles Grande, members of our board, Superintendent Ariano Cabinet, and members of our San Bernardino School District community. It is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Amy Copeland, a leader whose entire professional life has been dedicated to the students and the families of the San Bernardino City Unified School District. Mrs. Copeland brings nearly 3 decades of service to SBCUSD, beginning as a bilingual teacher in 1996 and growing into a well-respected instructional leader, coach, and vice principal. Over the years, she has served as a classroom teacher, literacy support teacher, ELD teacher, program specialist in 2 different divisions, and most recently as vice principal at Del Rosa and Lincoln Elementary Schools. Her colleagues describe her as a leader who listens first, collaborates deeply, and creates systems that enable students and staff to thrive. She is known for her strong instructional knowledge and her steady commitment to data-driven decision-making. Above all, she leads with warmth, positivity, and an unwavering belief in every student's potential. Tonight, we are excited to welcome her into this new role, into the next chapter of service to the community she has called home her entire career. Please join me in welcoming and congratulating Mrs. Amy Copeland, the next principal of Davidson Elementary School.
Thank you. Good evening, President Ceballos, Vice President Abiles Grande, members of the Board of Education, Superintendent Ariano, district leaders, and members of our school community. I want to begin by saying thank you. Thank you for this incredible opportunity and for the trust you've placed in me to serve as the next elementary principal. It's truly an honor to serve in a district and a community that values collaboration, inclusion, and continuous growth. Throughout my 30 years in education, one thing has remained constant: my belief that we achieve the greatest success when we learn and lead together. For me, that means creating a school where every child feels seen, valued, and supported, where teachers are empowered to grow, families are welcomed as partners, and every member of our school community contributes to a shared vision of excellence. I'm excited to continue building on the great work already happening at Davidson Elementary, strengthening instructional practices, celebrating diversity, and nurturing a school culture rooted in kindness, trust, and high expectations for all. I look forward to listening, learning, and collaborating with staff, families, and students to continue moving our school forward. Together, we can ensure that every student not only achieves academically, but also develops the confidence, curiosity, and compassion to make a difference in the world. To the board, the district, and the community, thank you again for this opportunity. I am honored, I am inspired, and I am ready to get to work, leading and learning together to shine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and we welcome you. We are confident that you are going to do an amazing job. All right, 6.3, other closed session action. Oh, thank you. 6.2, expulsion of students. Be it resolved, the Board of Education accepts and adopts the recommendation and findings of the hearing panel based on review of the panel's findings of facts and recommendations, and orders the expulsion of the following students with the identification numbers as listed below in accordance with the board rules and regulations and in compliance with Ed Code Section 48900. Can I get a motion?
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Tillman, second by Ms. Medina. Vote, please.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. 6.3, other closed session action. Be it resolved, the Board of Education accepts the notice of recommendation for disciplinary action and statement of charges to suspend without pay pending dismissal, and to dismiss the following certificated employee from his or her employment with the district, HR-CERT-25-26-01ER.
Moved. Second.
Moved by Mr. Tillman, second by Mr. Santos. Vote, please. Dr. Wyatt?
Aye.
Motion carries. 7.0, student board members. 7.1, reports and comments. And I believe that they're gone for the night, right? Okay. We're sorry. 8.0, board discussion. 8.1, AB 1390, public school governance, board member compensation. The board will discuss AB 1390 and potentially approve and increase to the board's compensation. California Assembly Bill 1390 signed into law on October 11, 2025, updates compensation limits for members of county boards of education and school district governing boards. The bill replaces decades-old caps with a new tiered system based on each district's average daily attendance, ADA, raising the maximum monthly stipend from $1,500 to as much as $4,500 for larger districts. It also allows local boards to set stipends within these new limits and increase them by up to 5% annually. I'll open it up to, I believe I need a motion and a second, and then we'll open for discussion.
Second.
Yeah.
If you plan on voting, yes. If you're just having a discussion, I don't need a motion and second.
Okay, so then I take that back. So Ms. Medina.
Yes, no, I was just going to mention that it actually is, if you look at page 3 on the parentheses in the middle of the page 3, section 2 down on 3. So the maximum would be 3,000. So just to clarify that the maximum would be 3,000 for board members if we do approve.
For our particular district.
Yes, because of the size, it's less than 60,000 and more than 25,000.
Thank you for that.
And with that, I can seek for approval. I mean, that's right, we're on discussion.
Ms. Grande?
Thank you. I I have a friend that I chat with at home. I call him Chat, and he gave me some help on this. He's a great guy. I don't know, maybe he's not a guy. Anyway, he says, why supporters say it makes sense. Old 1980s limits no longer reflect today's workload. 2, board duties now often require 15 to 30 hours per week or more. 3, fair compensation allows working families to serve, not only retirees or people with high-income jobs. Board members oversee large budgets, safety decisions, curriculum, labor contracts, and community concerns. Required meetings remain mandatory. Community events remain voluntary. And there's much more on it, but that's the one ChatGPT gave me. But I'll add that 40 years without a raise, and I think our community would be happy for us. I think they would be happy for us, and I sense that. I don't think any one of them would throw shade on us for accepting what others have worked so hard to accomplish on our behalf. Kind of like what we do for our teachers and our staff. Only this time we're in the winner's seat. So those are my feelings on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tillman.
Yeah, I understand what the policy, when I read the policy is saying that they really feel that because the pay isn't greater than what it is right now, that it really restricts people from being able to become board members. And I agree with it. But I also think that right now we're in a process where we're going to enter into negotiation with our other unions and partners. And no matter how no matter what you think in terms of the reason why the state legislature said we should increase the pay for board members, I don't think you can take it out of the context of dealing with the district as a whole. And I really think that if we're going to take action, we should wait until after we have settled with our all the employees in the district, which is coming up in the next month or two. But right now we're looking for clarification in terms of how much money the district is going to get from the state, where we're at financially, before we can determine how much we can give in terms of pay raises to the employees. And I just think it's important to set the right tone. And I think the right tone is we're not going to take a pay raise until we make sure our employees are able to get a raise. Of course, financially, you could say, well, there's only 7 board members and the district can afford it, but that's not the issue. The issue is just the perceived perception of fairness. And I really think that it makes a difference. And I think that we should wait until after we settle with our unions before we address this new legislation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tillman. I don't see any other comments, so I'll just make my own. I just want to say that I appreciate every single one of you guys on this board. A lot of us take additional time, out of our days. There's a lot of events, there's a lot of things, and we're not doing it for compensation. We do it because we love our community, because we love what we do. So I hope that is clear, at this point, to our community. With that being said, though, I'm also always in favor of fair compensation, right? So, we do work. It is, we sacrifice family time. And again, granted, it's our choice to run, sure. But I just want to make sure that I do mention that, and that is said out loud. So I would be in favor and support. However, I do appreciate Mr. Tillman's approach in the comment that you've made. I think that, as leaders and servant leaders, right, if we are going to there's a saying in Spanish, I'm gonna try to translate. If we are going to serve ourselves, we should definitely serve ourselves last, right? Make sure that everybody is taken care of. And so I'm in agreement in bringing it back after we've come to some sort of understanding with our union partners. Ms. Medina?
And I would be in favor with the consensus to bring it back after, so if we have all three, we have 4 or 3 bargaining units, we would bring it back after that fact. So I do agree with you, Mr. Tillman. Thank you for bringing that suggestion.
Mrs. Alexander?
I'm also in agreement with putting a placeholder and coming back to a discussion point, but just for clarification, I also believe I heard Mr. Tillman say budget as well. It wasn't just the salary negotiations, so I just want to make sure that it's clear that I'm in agreement with what Mr. Tillman said, the budget and the negotiations for the unions.
Basically, we were both in agreement with your recommendation, Mr. Tillman. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, so because it doesn't have to be voted on, I could just move to the next item. Oh, Dr. Wyatt, you have your hand up. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. And I really enjoyed the conversation around this. I think most of us, when we joined the board, we didn't know that there was compensation to start with. And just so everybody knows out there, it's not much. It's really not much for the hours and days we put in. I think some board members go to more events than others. Some go to events every week, gosh darn, many times a week. I also know that this board has been very, very generous when it comes to collective bargaining and compensating our employees. We've been very fair. Since I've been on here for 11 years, we take things seriously into consideration, our multi-year projections in regards to our budget and budgets years ahead, also one-time funds. I find it interesting that there hasn't been a compensation change for board members in 40 years, I think, is what Ms. Abiles Grande said. So I look forward to discussing this further. Hopefully it's agendized as well down the road as an action item so we can vote on it. And I know that we'll do the right thing for our employees when it comes to collective bargaining in the months to come. Thank you.
So the consensus is to bring it back as soon as we get both of those recommendations seen through the financial statement, right? The review, overview, and then the negotiation, discussions, settlement on that. 8.2, CAPL 2025 conference, and this is also a discussion item, so I will open it to discussion. The board will discuss and potentially approve a possible sponsorship for the 2026 California Association of Asian and Pacifica Leaders in Education CAPL conference on March 2nd through the 4th, 2026. There are some flyers attached and some forms for your reference. Ms. Medina?
Yes, and again, I appreciate the form that we have because I'm able to read through it and I'm able to see what the responses are. They do say that this would help with students that, there's 5 students that are planning to attend. I just want to get clarification. I'm not sure if Dr. Wyatt has information. So it says that it would help with between approximately 1,000 to 1,500 per students when it comes to conference costs. So I just want to clarify. Are the students not paying, they're paying 0 in cost and that's coming from the conference? Or is this additional? So if we're paying for the sponsorship and the students are still paying that amount, I just want to get clarity on that.
Or the district, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, and that's part of the discussion item, Ms. Rosales Medina, is that, on something like this, I'm hopeful that the district would actually somehow pick up the cost for our students and staff to attend. I wanted to make sure that was discussed as well.
Okay.
The sponsorship would be similar to anything we've done for other organizations in a similar capacity for similar reasons. We do have a student panel that'll be presenting this year. It's the only student panel that will be at CAPL, so I'm super excited about that. But I am asking for a sponsorship for the conference itself, and I'm hopeful that the district will pay for our students to attend. There are also, and I don't know if I included this or the CAPL included this, scholarship opportunities for our students to apply for as well. Thank you.
Okay, no, thank you for that clarity. I wasn't really understanding. So, but either way, I do agree the district should cover the students to participate in the conference. I think this is a great opportunity. Now it's just looking at a separate, it would be sponsoring the event or the conference. And I only see 2 sponsorship opportunities. Is this what I'm seeing? Is it student performance sponsorship, add-on $2,000, and interview simulation sponsorship add-on? Just to get clarity on that one, this $2,000. So basically, they're asking for $2,000.
Ms. Rosas-Medina, there were actually multiple sponsorship opportunities, but some were extremely high in the $10,000 and $20,000 range. And I felt that was not appropriate to even approach or entertain based on decisions the board has made in the past for other organizations. So I tried to keep it at a minimum of $5,000 or less.
Okay, and I do see those 2 options.
Ms., was that concluding your comments? Mrs. Alexander?
Dr. White, maybe you can help me understand, because I saw a couple of numbers, so I was just trying to get clarification. For the students, it says 5 students will be attending, and the projected cost is between $1,000 to $1,500, which, it makes sense. However, I was just wondering, is that in addition to the sponsorship request, or is that the request that's being made to pay for the students to attend?
It's separate.
Okay. And then just to kind of unpack it a little bit more, there was also the cost for the gala. So if you attend the conference, is that expense, do you know the expense per student? Does that pay for them to attend the gala?
What is the cost of a table for the gala is $1,500.
Right.
I believe it's a table of 10.
Right.
So however the district chooses to purchase or not purchase a table would enable us to at least invite 10 guests.
So it's separate
I
to
would expect students to attend if they were able to.
But it's separate to their registration fees.
It is separate, correct.
Okay. That's what I needed clarification on. Thank you.
Ms.
You're welcome.
Grande?
Did I read on there somewhere that Dr. Wyatt is getting an award? Did I see that in an email, or he's presented here? What is it?
It was presented here. He is getting an
Oh.
award.
Okay, there it is. All right, that's all I want.
Mr. Tillman?
When you guys did this policy for sponsorship, I wasn't in agreement with it. And it's because of reasons like this. Board members want to sponsor something, and then you get consensus. This is what we used to do, and we would sponsor it. But you guys just sent something out last week that said if you're going to sponsor something, then the kids have to actually benefit from that organization. There's nothing in here that says the kids are going to benefit from the organization. The conference is going to be paid for by the district. We never do sponsorships to pay for students attending a conference, or the parents for that matter. This is just specifically for a sponsorship. And if you look at your own criteria that you guys agreed to, it says that the students in our district have to be served by this organization and get something back from them. And this organization doesn't give our students anything, does it?
So, Mr. Tillman, you're saying that presenting at a conference is not giving back to our kids an opportunity to represent our district?
I'm saying your policy says that. Your policy, you guys just sent it out last week. The policy said.
Well, I'm asking you a question. Do you not believe that?
No, I'm talking about.
We approved last week was not the last board meeting.
I'm
was
just
not
saying.
this one.
I'll give you a perfect example. United Way. We gave to United Way, and the question was, what does United Way give our kids? And we said they give all type of things in terms of health stuff and their food and all kind of stuff. The Making Hope Happen, they give our kids scholarships. The Links, they give our kids scholarship. All these groups give something, and you guys said in your own policy that you can't give a sponsorship unless it's giving our kids something specifically. And Dr. Wyatt, I don't think that being at a conference.
Kids could apply for a scholarship. Do they apply for the Making Hope Happen scholarships or the Link scholarships, or are they just given to them?
We know, but they have a track record of showing that our
But our kids do apply, right?
Yeah, but they have a track. So you're saying that's my question. So this organization gives scholarship to our kids?
Yes, they do. I said that earlier, if you're listening.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay, so in the past, the kids have gotten scholarships?
That information, I don't.
No,
I
it's
can't.
a relatively new organization. Our kids would have to apply just like any other organization.
That's my only point. I didn't know that. But I still
Why did
think
you state that?
I still think we should look at the policy and put something in it so that if a board member wants to sponsor an organization that we think benefits our students, other than a concrete record of a monetary benefit, I think we made a mistake when we did that policy. And that's why I said it then and I say it now. This is a perfect example. We want to sponsor, and I'm totally for it, Dr. Wyatt, the sponsorship. I'm just saying, in the application, they're not going to tell you that somehow the kids are going to benefit from the organization.
You didn't read that? There actually is quite an explanation there.
Mr.
In my opinion, you did not read it.
I read that.
Okay, hold on. Point of order. So we're going to one at a time. Dr. Wyatt, please don't respond any longer. So it is Mr. Tillman's time to speak.
All right, thank you.
And I read in the application, we said we're going to pay $1,500 for the students to participate, but I didn't see in here where students get, or it's been demonstrated this organization has given students financial help.
Thank you,
May I respond, Madam President?
Hold on. We have Ms. Grande next, and then you're next.
Thank you.
Well, I just wanted to mention that I believe I read somewhere. I don't know if it was maybe ChatGPT or in our information that we received. There's just so much. But I did see that the students received something. I'm not sure if it's learning or opportunities. I really can't recall. But I do know this, that I've attended several conferences this last year, and just the most recent one was La Cosecha, and there were new teachers. They went to learn professional development. There was a principal. And at CABE, we take parents all the time. So how our children receive benefit are from not just direct sponsorships, but they get excited going to these conferences, much like our leaders here at school when they go to a conference, and they opened up their eyes to learning. And we do a lot with a lot of our underrepresented ethnicities, and my concern was that they would be a target of DEI, but this organization is about equity, and it's about reaching in and developing student leaders in this safe area. So I really think it's a good thing. I support it.
Mrs. Alexander?
For clarification, I mean, it says that SBC's USD students are attending, and the policy that we all voted on said that as long as there was a benefit to the district. So based on what I'm reading, my interpretation, there is a benefit to students in our district. It's the same as if we were to send them to CSBA. So that's just my interpretation. I hear, yeah. We have sent students. We sent our student board, right. Yeah. I just wanted to provide a point of clarification and my interpretation of what I'm reading.
Thank you. Ms. Medina?
No, in essence, the thing though is that when you look at we have CABE, we have so many different other conferences where students are able to attend, and Mr. Tillman just kind of mentioned it too, even with CSBA. So that means we're going to be doing double. One is where we actually invite those to attend these conferences, which is in essence, they're students or parents or staff already benefiting from it because everything is covered versus additional sponsorship. Would we sponsor CSBA? Would we sponsor CABE? With additional funds? So I mean, at the end, and I think this is a great opportunity, for the district to have our students attend the conference. Maybe instead of a sponsorship, since we're basically already invited, because I wouldn't want to have a practice of, well, let's sponsor. Maybe other conferences are going to want to. Well, you're doing it for this conference. Why don't you, sponsor us? Even though we're already sending maybe 10 folks or 20 folks or so forth. That we use this as an opportunity because it seems like they're doing great stuff. Not only support our students in attending through covering all the costs, but also maybe inviting parents or maybe inviting staff members to also attend, so that way they could take advantage of those learning opportunities, and we help cover those costs. But I do see the point of the policy is to make sure that we are kind of being consistent. And you're right, it is going to benefit our students. But at the same time, do we want to set a practice of us sponsoring conferences? Because I'm sure once, a certain organization hears that we're doing it, for one, others are going to want to do it as well.
Dr. Wyatt, I apologize. I completely skipped you. You were next after Mr.
No,
Tillman.
it's all right, Madam President. I just, one thing I want to be consistent on is we created these documents to provide explanation for why we request sponsorships. And I've looked at some of these documents that have been presented to the board, and I know for a fact that this particular request and the justification for it is probably more comprehensive than most requests I've observed. So when it's asked, I'm quite perplexed, to be honest with you, that when it's asked, how does this benefit our students? It's right there in writing. And so it just, to me, it's kind of odd that we're having such a discussion on something that we've sponsored many organizations in the past. However, this one is being scrutinized to a different level.
Thank you, Dr. Wyatt. I don't see any more lights, so I'll just take my comments now as well. I actually think that the policy was a good idea, but I think that maybe it still needs some refinement, because the intention, at least for me, the intention of the policy was to create more clear parameters, not open it up more. And it kind of feels like it's opening it up more than it was previously opened, or how it was previously utilized. And at least for me, that was not the intention. My goal was to ensure that organizations that we sponsored, we weren't sponsoring just because they were grandfathered in. We weren't sponsoring because, maybe of connections, or, some of us are closer to some organizations than other of us. That I wanted it to make sure that there was actual benefit, that our students were receiving tangible actual benefits through, like the ladies that came and presented to us, they set up Christmas party that invite our students, our homeless population. To me, that's a tangible. It's directly going back to our students in that sort of fashion, providing clothing in return, just again, tangible items. So for me, this, and it's not being, in my opinion, scrutinized anymore than other organizations have been scrutinized here in the last few years. For me, even the information that's provided in this document, it says that and it's confusing. That's why there were so many questions at the beginning, because on the one hand, it's saying, the proceeds, which SBCU students will benefit from the net proceeds, and how will they benefit? And the response it says by attending the conference, developing a deeper understanding, but we're already supporting the conference by sending the students to the conference because they're not going for free. The district's paying for them to attend. So in the way I'm reading this, there isn't additional benefit aside from exposure and attending, but we're already supporting by sending students there. Now, do we want to send more students that then currently are going, or do we want to extend it to their parents if they're not already going, which I hope they are? That can be a possibility, but support monetarily just for the purpose of supporting monetarily, sponsoring, I would not be in favor of that. So those are my comments at this time. So with that being said, it is a board discussion, and if I don't have a motion in a second, Ms. Medina?
I just want to also maybe ask for clarification on what happens, because you know, if we're not going to, let's just say that it doesn't move forward, or if it does, but if it doesn't, can we ask the district to invite more students or invite more parents and staff to make sure that they're also benefiting from this conference that seems to be helping our Pacific Islander community as well as the Asian community. So I think that this would be a great opportunity to expand it if in case because like I said, and this has nothing to do with not supporting this organization. It wouldn't be like if CSBA, for me, it wouldn't be right to sponsor them for something, but we can invite more folks to attend and benefit from that.
Mr. Tillman?
I want to make a motion to support the sponsorship for $2,000. And I want to state that is because I agree with what we had before we did the policy. If a board member says this is a good organization we should sponsor, I don't think it's a bad thing to sponsor it. So I move to sponsor it. I didn't, in no way, Dr. White, was I casting, trying to disparage the organization. My point was, it was the reason why I said I had a concern with the policy. It should be as simple as Dr. White said he wants sponsorship for the organization. He gets consensus and we do it. I don't know how you quantify that in the policy, and I've said that from the beginning, but I do support the sponsorship for $2,000. And that's my motion.
Mrs. Alexander?
There's a motion and I have a question. So yeah. I'm going to go ahead and second it, but okay. Can I ask my question?
Sure, of course.
We still need clarification. Is that sponsorship paying for just it's not paying for the students, right?
Oh, the students are going to pay the fee. I'm asking for a sponsorship over and above that to support, because Dr. White requested it.
So the student fees are going to be covered by the district.
So I second the.
So we have a motion by Mr. Tillman, and then we have a second by Mrs. Alexander.
I did have a question earlier, though, that if it does pass, perfect. If it doesn't, well, either way, if it passes or not, can we as a district send more? So I would like for the department to really look at that, to send more folks to the conference.
No, I think the motion is the motion. So we have a motion for 2,000. The payment is the payment. The students are going to go and the district's going to assume the cost. We have a motion for 2,000 to sponsor the organization. Dr. Wyatt?
Sorry, Madam President, I did not hear.
So we're voting. So I'm calling you for the vote.
Aye, thank you.
Motion carries. 8.3, Friends of Santa Claus, Inc., Christmas Tree Lane, 2025. The board will discuss and potentially approve a possible sponsorship for Friends of Santa Claus, Inc.'s Christmas Tree Land, 2025 on December 5th through 6th, 2025. So I'll open it for discussion. There's attachments included as well. Ms. Medina?
As part of the discussion, I know that I just want to mention back, I would say when my kids were small, I think it was even during the 2008, there was a lot of families that were losing their homes, a lot of families that were losing their jobs, and we were no exception, although we didn't lose our home, but we were close to. And I know that during that time, we could not afford gifts. That was like, I think one of the years that we couldn't afford gifts. And for some reason, there was this, the school site, elementary school site, passed out, these papers that families can apply for. And I thought, you know what, I'll just go ahead and do it. And nothing came about it until I think it was one of the mornings close to Christmas. I received these presents on my door. So this is something that I think many families do take advantage of.
You gonna make a motion?
Yes, I do motion. I was gonna wait for a discussion for everything else, but I would motion.
So let me come back to that.
Yes.
Ms. Alexander?
Just clarification, it says November 17th that we need to make a commitment to be in the booklet.
Was this wasn't the one that was, there was another one. So you're asking for clarification on the event date, right? Oh.
Once we move forward with what we're going to do, we just need to make sure that we are in the booklet if that's what we want to do.
Oh, I see what you're
Because
saying.
the deadline was November 17th.
Got it. Thank you. Okay, so, well, we don't have a motion. No, now I'll come back to you. Ms. Medina, did you want to make a motion?
Yes, I can make a motion. I was just in between. There's one that is for $37.50. I would not go more than that. But if it's when it comes to being included into their program or anything else, I'm okay with doing $1,500. But if I guess the motion would be for the Santa's Helper, $37.50. If there's a second.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second. Ms. Medina and Mr. Tillman for $3,700? $3,750. Vote, please. Dr. Wyatt?
Aye.
Motion carries. 9.0 action items. 9.1 personnel report.
As presented.
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Mr. Tillman, second by Mrs. Alexander. Vote, please, Dr. Wyatt.
Aye.
Motion carries. 9.2 resolution adopting the addendum to the 2024 adopted mitigated negative declaration for the Pacuma Park Sports Field Lighting Project, adopting the mitigation monitoring and reporting plan, approving the project, and directing the filing of a notice of determination.
So moved.
Thank you. Moved by Ms. Medina, second by Mr. Tillman. Vote, please. Dr. Wyatt?
Aye.
Motion carries. Approval of the date for, excuse me, for the December organizational meeting of the Board of Education.
So moved.
Second. Oh.
Who was it? A move by Mr. Tillman, second by Mrs. Alexander. Vote please, Dr. Wyatt.
Aye.
Thank you.
Oh, did last time.
Ms. Grande?
Motion carries. 10.0 consent items. 10.1 approval of consent list.
So moved.
Second.
Like to pull 10.4.
Moved by Mr. Tillman, second by Ms. Medina, and we are pulling 10.4. Vote on the rest. Mary Ellen needs to pull something? 10.5, do you need to pull something? Okay, Mary Ellen needs to pull 10.5.
No?
So we will vote on the remaining items.
I'm sorry, who motioned in second?
It was Mr. Tillman motion and then Ms. Medina second. Dr. Wyatt? We're voting on the remaining list.
I was an aye.
Thank you.
Ms. Grande?
Motion carries. Now 10.4 compensation for school board member Danny Tillman. Can I get a motion in a second?
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Medina, second by Mrs. Alexander. Vote please. Dr. Wyatt?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. 10.5 compensation for school board member Mary Ellen Grande. Can I get a motion?
Moved.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Medina, second by Mr. Tillman. Dr. Wyatt?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. We are now at 11.0 reports and comments by union organizations. 11.1 San Bernardino Teachers Association.
No report.
11.2 California School Employees Association.
No report.
11.3 Communication Workers of America.
No report.
11.4 San Bernardino School Police Officers Association.
And no report.
Thank you. 12.0 reports and comments. 12.1 board members. Mrs. Alexander.
Thank you, Board President. Just a couple updates. I would like to congratulate the City of San Bernardino for an excellent Veterans Day program and resource fair. It was great to see Chief Polino's wife, Elsie Polino, who is one of the honorees, receive an award in recognition for her years of service. Also, our San Gregorio cadets were they were just in attendance. And I was thankful that they even actually put me on program to present and share the history of Veterans Day. So I thought that was excellent in terms of the program and just it being all-inclusive and bridging us with the city. I also attended the STEAM community meeting, which I would like to give a special shout out to Dr. Clyde and his staff. They did an excellent forum on just what we're doing in the science, technology, engineering, art, and math area, and for him to share the roadmap that has been put together in less than, I would say, 2 years, and what we've done in our district was amazing. We had in attendance community leaders, we had parent groups, as well as educators, many of the teachers that are either STEAM teachers or have an interest to do so. The commitment that we have that was shared as it relates to what we're doing in both primary and secondary education was great. I also learned that all of our middle schools have a component of STEAM at each one of the schools, which was impressive. And thank you to the leadership of Anna Applegate for just what you're doing and leading your department and your organization. I would like to highlight some of the areas that during our session, because there was a breakout session after it was explained in terms of the curriculum, that we were focusing on robotics. That was impressive. Also, there was an engineering mapping exercise. And what was great about it, it was the students that were actually walking us through all the different sensing sessions. So it was definitely interesting to be the student and have the scholars teach us. And it was also impressive in the fact that we are doing that in our district. And kudos, I mean, 2 years and to have such a comprehensive program was very impressive. So I wanted to say thank you. I'm excited. I know that the next event will be even larger, but the main purpose of this event was really to get the message out there and to work with our community partners. And that's it.
Thank you, Mrs. Alexander. Ms. Medina?
I mean, I'm done. No, thank you.
Mr. Tillman? Ms. Grande?
Thank you. I've had a really busy schedule these last few weeks. I did attend a lot of stuff. It was very exciting to attend the Haku. I've never attended before. I've known about it for quite some time, since the 90s when it first came out, and I was in college at that time. It was very exciting with Frank Reyes at the time. Eleanor was at home, and an attorney in Colton, and he was the big star with Haku, the Hispanic serving institutions in college and universities. So I learned a lot. I really got a sense of how very caring our politicians are. And I ran into Eloise there, just filled with love and with plans for the present and the future, and gave me much, much hope, and took away the fear. And it was quite commonality throughout the whole conference about what's happening with the DEI that we work so hard for. So be of good cheer. We're in good hands. And then the other was, of course, La Cosecha. It was my first time. Again, this is organization is like 30 years old. Fantastic. La Cosecha means the harvest. So we have together all we hear. I was so proud to run into several people from our school district. Let's see, the vice principal of, Muscoy Elementary, And he took 3 or 4 of his teachers, young teachers, all learning everything about English language learners and multilingual. And I learned so much, and I was very happy about that because I had met at Myra's event. I had sat next to someone from Summit 12 Summit, that had talked about her product. And I was excited to find out that Dr. Wyatt knew a lot about it and recommended it. So one thing led to another, and that's been a couple of weeks. And this morning in Dr. Applegate's office, we actually met with their vendor, and she did this fantastic presentation. And I'm looking forward to see what happens there. So thank you very much for sending me.
Thank you, Dr. Wyatt.
Thank you, Madam President. Now, just wanted to give a shout out to all of our local high school football teams that were in the playoffs recently. We had some outstanding teams that went and did a lot of good for our district, and just made us very proud. I know Pacific High School just came back from not having a football team and then having an incredible season over there. First year for their new coach, and again, just outstanding job there. Same with Cajon High School and Indian Springs High School, and then we even went and watched Arroyo High School in the rain recently, which they had a heck of a game too. And a lot of them that they're all out of it now, but just want to know we're all very proud of them. And that's it for me. Thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Dr. Wyatt. Mr. Santos? All right, just very briefly, I just want to say, happy belated Veterans Day. I hope everyone had a wonderful day, with their families, celebrating all of our brave men and women. I also attended the DLAC meeting. I think it was last week, and I just want to say, man, I'm so proud of the ladies, the board members. I hadn't attended a DLAC meeting in a little while. I had attended 1 or 2 at the beginning of the year, and then I hadn't been able to until about a week or 2 weeks ago. And just to see the way that they have grown into their position up there, running the meeting, and it was just really, really, really nice to watch. So I just wanted to, give them a shout out and say, good job. You guys are doing wonderful. I also wanted to share that at that meeting, they do a little activity at the beginning, and I was actually sitting next to Kimbre Sargent, and they did a little activity where we connected with who we were sitting. We turned around, and oh my goodness, Kimbre took me completely by surprise. So first of all, she started talking to me in Spanish, and I was like, what? She speaks Spanish. I did not know that. So I don't know if you guys know that or not, but it's actually pretty darn good, her Spanish. So that was really impressive. And then she goes on to tell me that she grew up in the district where I currently work. I was like, what? No way. Our current superintendent over there, Mr. Ryan Holman, was actually her 8th grade teacher, when she was in school over there. So I was like, no way. And then to top that off, she's like, and we share the same birthday, her and I. I was like, okay, I'm done. You have completely impressed me. I've learned so much about you, and it was just really nice to, just learn a little bit more about her. And I appreciated that opportunity that the DLAC ladies provided us there. So shout out to them and to Kimbre. Also, just briefly, we attended AXA, their leadership summit last week, I think. My days blend. To support here Mr. Arellano in receiving his recognition. He was, as you know, recognized for state superintendent. It was just phenomenal. We had such a great time. For you guys that didn't go, you totally missed out. Dr. Wyatt was having a whole lot of fun. Hopefully, Mr. Arellano has a few pictures for us in a little bit. But I just want to say, you know, we're really, really so proud of you. And I think we were the loudest and, you know, at the table in the whole room. So we're really just proud of you. And then just lastly, just want to wish everybody out there a happy, happy Thanksgiving. You know, hopefully you get some time to connect with your families, disconnect, you know, from work if you have those days off. Just, you know, take some time and appreciate, you know, connect. I know sometimes the hecticness of the day-to-day lives that we have, but, you know, a moment to give thanks and to, you know, just show some gratitude. That's it. So with that being said, I'll pass it over to Mr. Arellano.
Thank you, President Ceballos. Well, let me start by just saying thank you for all of you that were able to attend the AXA conference and share the moment with me, cabinet members, board members. We really had a good time. And for me, it wasn't about the award. It was the time spent together that was so valuable. And getting a video of Dr. Wyatt dancing with my bobblehead. So, but we won't show that tonight. But thank you so much for being there. It's an honor. For me, it's just an honor to bring a shine of light to the district that we all love so much. So thank you for your support that day. So I want to share that we have a finalist for Educator of the Year, Kelly Johnson from Chavez Middle School for California League of Middle Schools. We'll find out. There was 45 nominations. There are 14 finalists, and Kelly is one of them. And we will find out on December 4th her fate. But regardless of whether she's selected or not, we're very proud of her, and we're very thankful for the positive impact that she has on our kids. So Kelly, congratulations on being a finalist, and we're keeping our fingers crossed for you. Next slide. I want to thank Cal State San Bernardino. Every year they put on their Educational Leadership Summit, and surrounding school districts are asked to submit recommendations for different criteria, and very so proud to announce that we had 4 individuals that are part of our school district that were selected. So I want to thank Dr. Chinaka Domwagachuku, the Dean of Education. We were able to celebrate Alexis Jinks from our HR department as the Outstanding District Leader recipient. We were able to recognize Tommy Archuleta as our Outstanding Instructional Leader, and they celebrated Cynthia Hawley for Outstanding Counselor Support Services, and she is from Curtis Middle School. And you also see there Jennifer Corrigan as Outstanding Parent. She is a very involved and supportive parent at North Vermont Elementary School. So we want to congratulate our 4 SBCUSD family members for making our school district shine, and super thanks to CSUSB for selecting our SBCUS or our San Marino Unified School District employees. Next slide. And I was mentioned today, I won't go through this again, but today our Arroyo Valley High School cadets were honored as they won first place in the Troy High School Semper Fi aerial drone competition. And what was not said today was that was their very first competition that they participated in, and it was a competition with 17 other schools that had had multiple experiences in these competitions. So not only did they win, but they won first time out. So just want to commend again Major Rick Williams for his leadership and support for our cadets. Haley Ramirez, Jose Villalobos, Dominic Anweiler, and Brian Alvarez. Congratulations on making not only your school shine, but the district shine. We're very proud of them. Next slide. And as Mrs. Alexander alluded to, I also want to give Randy Clyde, Dr. Clyde, in our STEAM department, great kudos for this great community forum they put together. And I want to give Miss Alexander a lot of credit as well. She was one that really pushed and asked if we could do something, because she is seeing and hearing the good things that are happening in the district. And it was time for our community to also see them and understand. So, Ms. Alexander, thank you for your vision on that. Thank you for supporting it. As was said, we had students that were demonstrating all the different levels of STEM to our parents, to community leaders that we had there, vendors, Cal State San Bernardino representatives. And so it was a great day, and you can see some of the things that are going on. But I want to thank the board, because it is true. In 2 years, Dr. Clyde, Mrs. Applegate, and that department, amazing, amazing what they've done in 2 years. And the crowd also got to see the prototype of our STEAM labs that we have at our elementary level across the street at Jones. So I want to thank the board because without the budget behind it, these things don't happen. So your vision is really making a difference in the community, and you're preparing our kids for their future. Next slide. And kudos to the multilingual department, in particular, Mr. Les Ojeda, the elementary director, and all the program specialists in that department, and Dr. Mrs. Applegate. Dr. Applegate, you almost got it for free again, huh? We had our inaugural elementary Latino history bee. As you know, we have a secondary version of it. It's very popular. But elementary this year, we had 3 schools enter: Bing Wong Elementary, Warm Springs, and Jones Elementary. And so kudos to our department and our district for continuing to grow these opportunities that create inclusive excellence and a sense of belonging in our community. So good job, Ms. Applegate, to you and everyone in your multilingual department. Next slide. And I know this has been on the mind of many people. We're losing a great leader and Chief Paulino, who's done a great job leading our school police department. We're very proud, and like we've said, there will be a proper time to celebrate all his accomplishments. But we are in the process of seeking our new chief. Our community forums started this week. We had one on Monday that I chaired, and I know on Friday Terry's going to chair the Friday Community Forum, and I know David has a big part as well. I want the board and the community to know that there's opportunities for everyone in the community to provide input, and we want that input. So you see there the QR code. It's gone out to Parent Square. It's gone out social media. We want people's feedback. So if you can't come physically to our community forums on Monday, this past Monday or on Friday, you always have the opportunity to give us your feedback through Thought Exchange. For those of you that may not remember the app Thought Exchange, it's the one that I used with the community when we worked together to form the multi-year vision. This is not a survey. There is no way for me to manipulate the information. This is an open-ended app where people can bring in their thoughts and answer the question, what characteristics, what traits, what experiences do you want in our next leader? What do you want to see our department to continue to do, to grow in, or add in the future? So we're going to take this information. It's really going to help us formulate our decision-making. Process-wise, our hope is to have first-round interview, hopefully either start in December, and that will involve 2 panels. So it'll be a 2-hour first-round interview. First panel will be a community panel that will be chaired by our assistant superintendent, and then the second part of the interview is what we call a technical panel, where I have a close friend of mine who's a retired police chief that will be chairing the tactical side of it. On the community side, we'll be inviting members from the community, parents, nonprofit organizations, faith-based community partners to be on the community side. And then on technical, we'll have school police, our union leaders, some principals, etc. And then we hope to have 2 other rounds where we have cabinet and our tactical individual that's going to help us to do the second round interviews. And then third round will be with me talking with the board as well to make sure that you are comfortable and that we are meeting the person that we're hiring that's going to meet your philosophy, your theory, and how you want the department to continue to grow beyond what Chief Paulino has done in the amazing years that he's been involved in. So we're going to bring in an interim superintendent to serve. Chief Paulino's last day is December 31st.
Interim police chief, not superintendent.
Excuse me. Interim police chief. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, that's important. That's important. I don't want to freak anybody out. An interim police chief will come in. We're looking for someone who's a retired police chief or upper management of police management who will cover and oversee the department until we're able to bring a finalist. Our hope is to bring a recommendation to the board for approval in the February board meeting. And then, of course, we'll have to see if they are employed elsewhere or internal, depending on where they are. But if they're from outside, release time will depend on their current employer. So it might be a while, probably till March, till we actually have someone here. But we're very excited. I think we're very clear about what we want. I know we've had great success. We know there's areas that we want to focus on moving forward. And I think we're going to find someone that's going to be just the right fit for this school district. And that's all I have tonight. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. And I can't believe I completely missed. I in my board comments, I also attended the business services team leadership meeting with Mr. Komnick. So, and his team. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you for the invite. Thank you for, opening the doors. And I just want to say, man, that's an amazing group of folks over there. Sure, Miss Mariel. Go ahead.
Well, I'm so sorry. I'll be remiss if I don't say this, that at La Concecha, I met Romy, Romero, and yes, DLAC president for this year, and parliamentarian Maricela. And I was alone. And so they just took me over and took care of me, and we hung out together and we became besties. And now they're going to start watching the board meetings, and they're excited about learning curriculum together. And they're really jazzed to have a friend on the board again, and they're really happy. So I just want to say hello to my friends. All right, thank you.
Thank you. 13.0 summary of board members' requests.
Good evening. This evening we received one request from Mr. Tillman. He recommended to bring back item 8.1, AB 1390, Public School Governance, Board Member Compensation, after the district has settled with all bargaining units. Board President Ceballos, Ms. Medina, Mrs. Alexander, and Dr. Wyatt were all in support. And that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you so much. 14.0 meeting adjournment. 14.1 adjournment. Can I get a motion?
Motion to adjourn.
Can I get a second? Moved by Ms. Medina, second by Ms. Mary Ellen Grande.